Welcome to Cars_Mad.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And you guessed it, you know where we are. It's the Wall of Truth, and we are going to be ranking... What are we ranking today?
All the BMWs currently on sale.
All the current BMW series. We're going to go from our favourites to our least favourites. And there's a lot to get through, so let's stop talking and let's just get right to it.
Okay, first one, X5.
X5.
Straight in the middle.
It's always nice to start the ranking off with an average level car so we can see which ones go above and below. I mean, what do we think about BMWs in general before we continue this?
I think they're great.
They're a great car. That's why we're using their entire range to rank because, I mean, you can't go wrong with a BMW, but there is better BMWs than others, and it all depends on what kind of car you're looking for. But let's keep the list going.
Alright, let's go with the 3 Series.
3 Series. We've just had a 5.
Very popular car, okay? It's a small sedan. Well, the new ones are massive. The older ones were small sedans.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
Would you say it's one of their most popular?
I would probably say so, except for the SUVs.
Yeah.
As it turns out, BMW make a ton of cars.
It is very true. We noticed that.
Because cars weigh tons.
They make many tons.
I would put this one's pretty high.
That's pretty high on the wall.
Just because you can't, like, it's a sedan, but you can get some pretty sporty models, and you could get a coupe with the older ones.
It's
but
true.
we're talking about current ones, so, you know.
And we have a lot of paper there, as you can see.
M5 Touring.
M5
It's the
Touring.
M5 wagon. This is really cool. I do like the new M5. I don't hate the look of it. Everybody says it's ugly. It's not that bad.
I think it's cool. I like it.
It's like, it has a lot of angles. It's interesting. It's not
It's something new and
the
different,
best
but
looking car. But I'd put it pretty high up. Just because it's a wagon. It's pretty practical.
now we're starting to pretty crush hot people. These are some pretty high rankings to begin with. Let's keep it going.
Alright. 8 Series.
The 8 Series. How does that rank in terms of popularity, do you think?
I don't think it's that very popular. I don't see many of them. But I will say, very, very, cool car. Like, it's a Grand Tourer.
Exactly.
So, I'd probably put this up there.
There we go. Now, there's still room to go higher, and with the amount we have there, I'm assuming we will get something higher.
Alright, X3.
The X3.
About there.
There we go. Our current lowest rank doesn't mean it's a bad car. It just means it's not as good as the others.
Yeah, I don't think there's such a thing as a bad BMW.
Exactly.
Next one, 5 Series.
The
5
5.
Series in general, it's one of my favourites. Because it's a big practical sedan. You can get tons of variants of it. The M5's cool. But honestly, in terms of affordability, I'd probably have to put this above the M5. But below the M5 Touring, I would say.
There we go. Let's keep it going.
Okay. X4.
The BMW X4.
It's kind of like the coupe SUV style of the I don't like them very much. It's basically a coupe SUV thing of the X3. So I'd put it there.
Still plenty of room below, but that's our lowest yet.
Next up, M4.
M4.
Why did I get that much tape? Anyway. The M4. I'm a massive fan of the M4. It's basically, the M4 CSL is one of my favourite cars.
It's a big call, which means it's going to be our highest rated so far. Will it be beaten? You'll have to stick around and see.
It's just one of my favourites of it. Because it's a coupe version of the 3 Series, basically. And then it's a coupe version of the M3. Next up, we have the i5.
Ooh.
Which is an electric version of the 5 Series. Honestly, if I was going to pick an electric car, I'd probably pick this.
Pretty cool.
Very cool.
It'll be interesting to see their popularity as obviously more and more people go electric.
I don't think that they're going to be that popular. They're expensive cars. But if you have the money, they're probably going to be a very good electric car. Now the i5 Touring. Believe it or not, they do have an i5 Touring.
Okay, which
it's like an M Sport model, but
sounds like it'd be a cool car.
it does sound like it'd be a good, cool car. Put it about there. Now for the 4 Series. The 4 Series is kind of what the M4 is based on. It's basically a 3 Series coupe, although you can get a Grand Coupe. I don't understand, okay. Why would you buy a 4-door version of the coupe version of the 3 Series?
That's true.
They made the coupe version the 4 Series, and then you can get a 4-door version of the coupe version of the 3 Series. So why wouldn't you just buy the sedan version of the 4 Series, which is the 3 Series?
They have a lot of series. They have a lot of versions of a lot of series.
4 Series. I think I put it there.
Not a bad spot. That was the 4 Series. What's next?
The i4.
i4.
I didn't even know they made an i4.
I feel like we discovered a few things that we either weren't aware of or just had kind of forgotten when we were on their website.
i4.
The i4 does not want to be put that low on the ranking, but too bad i4, that's where you have to go. Unfortunately, BMW makes some really good cars. Doesn't mean you're bad. Just means you're not as good as
No,
some
like,
others.
I would have that over most cars.
Yeah.
And it's the bottom. Right, next up is the iX2.
Ooh.
It's an electric version of the X2,
Okay.
which we haven't covered yet. I picked them at random, so this sort of thing happens, but...
Bingo. Now we'll see whether the X2 gets higher or lower than its
Anyway,
electric
next
version.
we have the i7, which is basically an electric version of the luxury car. It's like BMW's Rolls Royce, except BMW owns Rolls Royce, so they don't need their own one. But
One's kind of like our.
in terms of specs, like, I probably wouldn't really want one of these cars. But
obviously they're cool.
it's a solid car, kind of ugly, but it's a good car. Like, I would have one, but maybe not. Like, you know. Anyway, X6.
X6. Here we go. There
It's a
it
coupe
goes.
SUV version of the X5. I just rather have an X3 or an X5. iX1.
Ooh.
So, the X1's slightly bigger than the X2, so I'm probably going to put it there.
We're getting through them, but there's still a lot to go.
What's this one? The M2, the BMW M2. M2, jeez. I do like the M2. I think it's really cool.
Okay. We're yet to beat our top ranked. What do we have up there? The M4 is currently sitting in top
The
spot.
X2 now.
Okay, so the X2 just above the iX2 because, again, they're very similar.
Alright, the 2 Series in general. Just there. The iX3.
iX3. Have we got the X3 up there? We do. Let's see where it ranks in comparison. There we go. So we're seeing a pretty common theme here where the I versions are kind of getting
Next
just
up
below the regular versions.
Is the X7. Now for the X1.
Here we go.
X1. Where did I put that? Yeah, maybe there. Alright, next. The Z4.
Ooh.
I really like this car.
Yes.
The Supra's based on it, but I would prefer to have the Supra.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the best looking modern cars, in my opinion. The Z4. Just below the M4.
There it goes. The M4 is still in the number one spot, but we got very close with the Z4.
Alright. The XM. This is BMW's ultimate performance luxury plug-in hybrid SUV. Pretty cool.
Here we go.
I would put it up there.
Not a bad spot.
Now, for the 1 Series. Yeah, it's alright. below the X3.
There we go.
Now, for the M8. I mean, this car's pretty cool. Like, just above the M4.
M8 with the top spot. We have 3 left. Can we get higher? The 7 Series. Let's see where that goes in comparison.
7 Series.
Nice middle spot there.
Alright.
2 remaining.
iX.
Okay.
This BMW's electric SUV. It's actually close in size to the X5. One of these would be cool. I would say just about there. Just above the X5. And finally,
One
the M3.
more.
I think you all knew that was coming.
M3. Where will we have it? This is probably the most full the wall has ever been.
Just below the 8 Series.
So that is a very full wall. As you can see, we have the M8 taking the number 1 spot, just above M4. And the iX2 and X2 down the bottom. If you would like to see another video with another brand, where we go through every single car they have for sale, let us know what brand.
Yeah. If you want to see another video, just click on my head. Goodbye, subscribe.